Hi everyone, I've got a video here that's a follow-up to my last video, which was looking at catch placement and missing water at the catch. What we're going to look at this time is two rowers going at more or less full speed. For these guys, this is their first time back in the water in about 9 months. They've got no race coming up. They're just out there basically enjoying an opportunity to be back on the water. So we're going to look at the catches specifically, and we're going to let any other sort of first day sloppiness slide. So if we're watching the rower in front, as he's coming into the catch, his blades are down to the water while the seat is still moving forward, right? So the seat is going this way as the blade is going that way. So we watch him come in, blade is nice and close to the water, seat still moving, right to it. And we're just going to ignore the fact that the other oar is not going in. But if we're only looking at the starboard oar, he's on very well. And that's what we're looking for in the catch. The ability to keep the feet light and just sit still at the catch, let that blade enter, then drive the legs. So if we're looking behind him, at the rower in the background, he's coming into the catch. We can see the blades are hanging a little bit higher in the air. He's not in a bad position here, but the blades are still in the air, still not touching. Even right now as he's touching water, the blades are coming into the water on this angle, and that's because his body is moving back on this angle as the blade enters. So he's got a little scoop in the hips and the shoulders, and what's going to happen is by the time he gets really buried, he's back at about 3/4 slide. And all of that force that he's putting into that, all of this motion of bringing his body up and back, and all the time the blade is not in the water, is just shoving the boat backwards. And it's subtle when it's at this speed, but it makes a big difference. It's very subtle right there. If you're just watching the hips, it's just a little scoop of the hips under the body and just a little rock of the shoulders back, but that's all it takes to miss that. And you can see it. There's a little bounce, right? When he reaches full compression, his body naturally wants to bounce back out of the catch. Blade's not in the water. It's going to scoot the boat in the wrong direction. So if we back it up and we watch him at full speed, it's subtle, but you can see a little bit in the back, the guy in the background sort of jacking the catches a little bit, throwing him in, being a little too rough with the boat. Guy in front, he's still getting the blades in real quick, but he's just a little bit lighter on the feet. He has just a little bit less body motion going on as he's putting the blades in. So we'll watch it full speed here. And if you watch the guy in the background, right as those blades are in, there's this little moment of lag, this little moment of the boat slowing down, and that's because as he's driving the legs, he's actually shoving the boat backwards a little bit. So we can back it up, slow it down just a little bit, back it up again. Right, in slow motion, you don't see it quite so much because you're not really getting the full idea of the force that's being put into the foot stretchers. If you watch it at full speed, and you watch right as his hips in the background come in and out, and you watch the boat kind of lag a little bit, and you watch as the guy in front just sort of picks the boat up and keeps it tapping along. That's the difference between missing water and chopping the catches versus placing the catches and picking the boat up to keep it moving. So we'll watch it one more time. So there you go. If any questions, just send me an email and I will be happy to follow up with you. Thanks a lot.